Hey everyone, this is Player 1.
And this is Player 2.
And we're coming to you with our pickups.
Finally.
This will include some stuff from April because we weren't able to do a video then. And then some stuff we actually just picked up in the last couple days.
Yeah, so I guess I'm going to start out with these Amiibos. I actually got these Amiibos before the Breath of the Wild was released. I had to pre-order them because, again, it's Nintendo, so if you don't pre-order something that you want, you won't find it later. But I got the Zelda, the Link Archer, and the Link Rider. They're very nice. However, I'm kind of disappointed with what they did with the faces. I don't know if it's the one that I got or some other ones, but the Zelda face is not really detailed. And the Link
is more expensive, right?
Yes, and that I'm going to point that out right now. But the Rider Link also is not very detailed as well. The Archer Link is alright. However, for some reason Nintendo thought it was a good idea to raise the prices on these three.
Not for some reason, man. Money.
Yeah, money,
know
basically.
With the Breath of the Wild.
So
this is how it is.
Yeah, and to mention, we're not affiliated with any company, so I actually got these at a discount because I have the Gamers Club with Best Buy. So I got a 20% off of the Amiibos, so that kind of helped out. But $15.99 for these Amiibos, that's too much.
That is a lot.
That's too much. It's not like they were actually doing anything different.
They're basically charging like action figure prices for like a little statue with not a lot of detail.
Well, these are even higher than normal prices for Amiibos. I mean, Amiibos generally are $11.99, $12.99.
They've been going up though. They have, because it used to be where they were 11. I've seen a lot that come out at 12 now.
Yeah, I've seen it at 12, but these were $15.99. And they didn't really spend too much time in detail on these, as far as what I can see. However, there was one that I really liked, and I'll move these to the side so I can show you guys. And it's actually the Guardian, this bad boy.
And I actually got one too, so I can take it out here.
Yeah, take it out.
Bam.
So yeah, this guy. Actually, this guy it was $20 with the Gamers Club. It came out to about $16, but this guy is really nice looking, and I was actually impressed. But again, it's $16 even with the discount.
With the Gamers Club, though.
Yeah,
technically it's $20.
Yeah, it's $20, so it's not really all that for $20. But it is a nice looking Amiibo, and again, this Amiibo you can't find it. I mean, I think on eBay I've seen it for about $50, $50-$60. So it's like you get it when it comes out. If not, you're stuck like Chuck. So what do you got there?
Alright, so I guess I'll come out with something I didn't think I would get, which is the collector's edition. I don't know if I can lay it down here like this. The collector's edition of Battlefield 1.
Sell out.
Well, this is the way it works.
Sell out.
If you bought it, I think in the beginning or the first day, I forgot the real price of it on day one. But they sold the collector's edition and the actual disc separate, which is complete bullshit, basically, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't like that practice that I've been seeing with other companies, like I think it's Injustice 2, where they'll sell you the statue for like $100 or 120, 130, whatever the price will be, and then they'll sell the game separate.
Yeah,
and then they'll sell the deluxe edition.
That's unacceptable in my opinion. I picked this up because Amazon was having a sale with the game and the collector's edition statue combined for, I think it was like 30 something or $40, which still isn't a great price, but it's like about $20 each if you can think about it that way, and it's not super horrible. And you know, I was kind of impressed with the statue itself. It's kind of nice.
How do you turn it on?
There's a little thing here at the base. Let's do it for player 2 because he's curious.
Yeah. So let me see. Press the button. Press the button.
There, dude.
Oh, right.
Make your day.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So it's a cool statue. It's really like tall. Doesn't have a great amount of detail, and actually this I just chose these. It comes with some options. There's like a club or a different kind of gun you can buy. I think a 1911, a Colt. But it's okay. The game itself, I've played some. I played a couple of the campaign levels and some multiplayer. I'm not really impressed. This is kind of my opinion of a cheap multiplayer. They're not really connecting everything together. It's really just a bunch of small stories, I think. That's what from what I've seen so far. You know, and the multiplayer is okay. That's pretty much where it is. It's nothing fancy.
You know, I'll add to it that when Player 1 got it, I haven't gotten Battlefield 1, and I'm usually against all these online-only games and so forth, and basically a lot of EA games. But when Player 1 got it, I told them, hey, let me come over and try it out. Again, no split screen, so There you go.
Yeah, that's the problem, and that's a serious freaking problem, man.
So I guess I'm next. I'll put this game, and let me put in this game.
All right.
And this one. So these are my PS4 games that I got. These two, actually this one I got it on sale for under $9. I like the Tales series, Tales of Suspiria. I'm not expecting much because again they try to rehash the assets, but again I heard that they were not that well received in Japan.
No, that was a Suspiria.
Was it Suspiria?
Yeah, I think so.
I really don't know much about Suspiria because I haven't played it.
I have it. I played a little bit of it. It's nice. I mean, you gotta understand. They say PS4, but these are PS3 games.
They are.
The environments are pretty old. A lot of them are recycled. You know, it's okay. It's not the Tales of back in the day. That's what you have to understand. I think the Tales games have really taken a dip in quality in the last couple of iterations.
They have, and it's kind of like Fire Emblem, where they're just dishing them out now, like if they're water. But this one was actually recommended by Player One. He told me just get it, and I'm gonna try it. I think it's like is it like a graphic novel or is it?
It's like a point and click adventure game where you kind of find things and little puzzles and stuff. What's cool about it is the narrative is kind of funny. It really makes fun of itself all the time. It's always breaking the fourth wall and all that.
I think this one makes fun of other video games.
Yeah, like it has a bunch of jokes about Lord of the Rings and things like that. So it's kind of like a satire or parody. It's really funny in that sense. And
yeah,
it's a fun game.
Actually, now that I have a little bit more time, I'm gonna try this one first. But I've been really dying to try this one. As you saw in the unboxing, I'm a huge Persona fan. I'm still playing.
We both got it. We
Yeah,
both got that. Yeah, I didn't bring my copy, but
I'm still playing Persona 4 Golden, so I can't wait to actually dip into this one. However, it has been kind of like a little bit salty because of what they did with the YouTube creators and so forth.
oh yeah, where you couldn't like stream past a certain point.
Yeah,
They amended it a little bit because they saw that people got pissed.
But they
basically they were threatening people.
Yeah.
That they were gonna go after you if you did it.
exactly, and they still kind of left that part into it, but that kind of gave me some bad taste about it. But anyway, Persona 5, Persona series is amazing in itself. If you guys haven't tried it, please do try the Persona series. They're very good games. But anyway, that's what I got.
Alright, so here's what's next. I picked these up at a 4 for 10 kind of event from GameStop, and I think they're still running now. They're really trying to get rid of their inventory.
Right here. This, in my view, is the Game of the Year contender.
Do you really know about it, or are you just joking?
No, I'm just joking, man.
Okay.
Come on.
I don't know what these are. I picked this one up. Really, I got this whole group just to get Final Fantasy 13, which I owned on the 360, but I remember Player 2 telling me it looked better on the PS3.
And it does.
It really does. It looks a lot better. It's like night and day difference of a game. Just graphics and how clear it looks. But beyond that, these other games I didn't know much about. I think this was a launch title for a 3DS. I also been wanting to pick it up because of that, but I don't know anything about these. So if any of you guys in the comments know, let me know if it's a good game or not worth investing time. Any of those three. I'm having a lot of fun with Final Fantasy 13. So I know there's not much more I can say about that.
And I'm making these hand signals because I really want Player One to play some of the earlier Final Fantasies completely. Like, he hasn't had too much of, I guess, involvement. He hasn't played number 8, which
Yeah,
I am dying for him to play.
You showed it to me and I was really impressed, and we talked about that in the podcast. Really, it looked great. I just haven't played it. But I'm having fun with 13 for now. Maybe I'll go back afterwards, or I'm gonna go back for sure. It's on my to-do list of like hundreds and hundreds of games in my backlog. That's just kind of where I'm at.
So I guess I'm next, and I'll put in my other 3 games. Right here over the year, another Game of the Year contenders. We got Desert Storm 2, Back from Baghdad, Call of Duty World at War, Final Fronts, and Desert Storm Conflict, or
I've
Conflict
never heard of
Desert
these.
Storm.
Have you played them?
I've never played these 2 games right here. Desert Storm and actually these 2. Yeah, the Desert Storm series. I have no idea what they are. I mean, of course they're first-person shooters, but I mean, I'm not expecting much. I'll probably play them for like 5 minutes and put them down. But they were on sale.
I'm curious if this is like a light version of World at War, or if it's the actual one, or on PS2 or whatever.
You know, I don't
what it is.
know, because I got these at, actually, this is what I'm going to tell you guys. I got these actually at a Goodwill, and they were cheap. They were $1.69, and they all brought their manuals, and they were in great condition.
Nice.
And as you guys know, I've been trying to actually build a collection, especially of Xbox, PS1, and PS2, and some of the earlier retro games.
Every time we get together and you pick a game up, you're like, I'm trying to build a collection of X, and it's whatever game you picked up. Before you were saying, please, I'm trying to build a collection of PS2 games. Now it's, I'm really trying Xbox. If you get a Dreamcast game, it's going to be like, I'm really trying Dreamcast.
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, I have a Dreamcast, guys, so it's not a complete collection. I have I would say about 7 or 8 games, and I'm trying to, but yeah, and it's hard to collect for the Dreamcast.
It is
because I did find some in garage sales. I did find some discs, but they're all like in bad condition, which is a shame because the Dreamcast was such an amazing system. But anyway, I am trying to build a collection, just like a whole collection with all different types of systems and hardware and so forth. So the only difference between that's stopping me from doing that is actually the fact that I'm broke. So I can't spend a lot of money. So I do what I can. And some of that is actually going out to garage sales and to thrift shops and Goodwill and so forth. And if they have something, I'll get it.
Yeah. All right. It's just funny, dude. You literally collect for anything. You're like me. I almost collect for almost anything.
If there's something I will say is that I understand the collector from the Marvel Universe.
Oh, yeah.
You can never have enough of anything. Either video games, statues, collectibles, like action figures. And as you'll see in these pickups and podcasts, we love everything. And I mean, it becomes to a point that it's not just about games.
Renaissance, man. That's the problem. If I just had one hobby, I would be okay.
Exactly. I mean, that's my problem. I love different things and I love to collect. I mean, like if I actually went to Japan one day, I'd probably spasm out. I mean, I'd probably come back homeless because I'd probably buy everything.
All right. So these two strategy guys I picked up for 1 penny each. I wasn't GameStop doing that for $4.20 and they just had them for a penny. I took the wrapping off of this one.
You trying to collect strategy guys now?
I have a lot of strategy guys. It's one of those things. I guess
right?
so.
Talking?
Right.
Talking crap about me.
I'm just saying that it's funny you always say you're collecting for something.
And then he's starting to collect strategy guides.
I've always been a strategy guide person. I have all the Resident Evil is what got me into it because I used to like. I'm weird. I used to like going through a strategy guide and like reading through it or like even if I'm playing, like using it in Resident Evil. That was one of the things I used to like to do when I was young. I don't know why. I don't like doing it as much now, but I still like collecting them. So like I have all the Resident Evils. I have like big strategy guides for RPGs and stuff like that. So these two I picked up because they were a penny and I couldn't say no. You know, for Titanfall, I'm not sure how useful it's gonna be now for me, but whatever. It probably has some cool art and it looks nice.
Actually, Player One showed me this, and for the penny, it's worth it because it brought a calendar.
That's right.
And I think it brought a map and some other stuff.
It was just a calendar, but it's a calendar and it still works. I'm gonna like hang it up. And then Dishonored 2, I haven't beat Dishonored 2. I don't think we did an impressions on that. I don't remember. I don't think so. But it's just something that so I can, when I play, if I use it, at minimum it was a penny to have the book and like 8 lithographs, so it's completely worth it. If that makes sense.
So I guess it's my turn, and for my PS3 collection, I got this. I mean, I got it with the Tales of Suspiria. It was a buy 2 get 1 free. So I'm an Atelier fan, despite everything. I got Mamoru, and it's enough said. I mean, I like the whole alchemy issue. Yeah, is that how you pronounce it? Maruru or Maru? I don't know. Whatever. It's an Atelier series. It's another one of their long list of games. But I like the whole alchemy issue, alchemy thing, and the whole, adventuring.
I really haven't played a lot of it. I have a bunch of them. But the thing for me is like I haven't wanted to just because
they're time consuming.
Yeah. And I don't like that. I've seen that some of them have like that, like it's timed. You have to do certain things.
Yes, some of the
I don't
ateliers
like that in games. It stresses me out.
Some of the ateliers are timed, so you have a certain amount of time to actually get to the game, get through the game. But some of them are not, and some of the newer versions, I don't think they do have time.
There's a
but I
lot
haven't
that,
been able to
I
play
think there's
them.
been like 3 in the last year and a half. So
There
they're just
have.
and that's another problem. That's a real problem with JRPGs. So we're both huge JRPGs fans, but you got to be very careful because they're just kind of like crapping them out like a factory now. And so we're getting real low quality JRPGs from the big names that we usually
They have dropped down in
know?
their quality, but then again, it's the production line. It's like what Ubisoft does here, and it's just like what all these companies do now. They give you like a newer version every year, just like how we're gonna get what is it? Call of Duty World War II now.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I'm
like
not
that for a while. So
yeah, I'm not
why
expecting
don't you
much.
do another? Because I just have like 2 things left.
You only have 2 things left.
Yeah.
I wonder what they are. I bet you they're strategy guides.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Of course not. Anyway, if
Very
you guys
cool.
know me, I'm
Very
a huge Power Ranger fan. I actually remember young.
I still have this, the original one when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I remember being young and buying the Falcon Sword when the movie came out. I know a lot of people are gonna say that the original movie was utter garbage. For me, I was in, I think in middle school or elementary school. I forgot what year it was in, but for me, it was the best thing since sliced bread. I love the Power Rangers. I still do like the Power Rangers, and I have the whole collection where I can watch all the series up to Megaforce, and Super Megaforce. Sorry, but anyway, I love the toys. I've been collecting them now, and I actually have the whole Megazord series. And now I'm getting into the Ninja Zords, the Falcon Sword.
You know what
and
I
so forth.
haven't picked up yet, as far as like the Legacy line, is the Thunder Swords. It's just too
I
expensive.
have not
man.
picked up
They're
the
too
Thunder
expensive.
Swords. You know why?
Even this one's pretty expensive, man.
It is. I got it at a buy one get one 40% off at Toys R Us, because only Toys R Us gets them apparently. But the Thunder Swords, yes, they are too expensive. They're like $200.
Yeah, man, that's
and
way too much.
It's way too much. I mean, I don't have that much money. I mean, I can take money from my girlfriend, but she won't like that. But anyway, I got that.
All right,
And-
let me show this one. So here are 2 things I kind of picked up, and kind of weird to group them together. But here's a Titanfall little statue. I got it for like $4. They had it on Best Buy, really cheap. And the funny thing is, I was looking at it because in the Titanfall strategy guide, it has a picture of this that looks nothing like this freaking statue that you buy. This thing was like $20, and it has like no articulation. The arm is like all weirdly twisted. I don't know, but for $4, it's not bad. I like it. It looks cool, kind of on my desk. And then
I see the quality in this.
yeah, it's okay. I mean, it looks nice when you stand it up, but really, it's not all that great. I would not have bought that for like the $20 that it cost.
You know, that's another thing, guys. If you guys collect or buy action figures, let us know. Do you think the prices are out of hand already, or do you think that it's okay based upon inflation and all that? Because I used to remember buying figures like that for less than $10, maybe
You
even
used to buy,
$5.
yeah, for like $5, or even $7.99 was a big price to pay for a figure. And this, like, look at this, it doesn't even move. It's like,
Yeah, they like to put them in little fancy boxes now, and they really make
Yeah.
nothing. I mean, sell them for $7 and throw away the box.
yeah. Well, this
I shouldn't say that though. Some boxes are collectors, so you guys, I know how you guys are about collecting, and I am too. But in this case, it's
Yeah.
Titanfall 2.
So this is kind of a weird thing I found in Goodwill. I've been going to Goodwill, but I haven't had any luck with games. But I did find this. It's kind of like a weird little pad thing. And the way it works is, I've never even heard of this before. You put a USB in your computer, and you can type with this kind of like a phone, like a smartphone. And this
And
is a
mouse pad?
trackpad. Yeah, this is like is it a mouse pad or trackpad?
Trackpad.
And so you can use it like that, like away from your screen. So that's kind of cool. I liked it. It was like 99 cents. I couldn't say no. And it works, which is nice.
So I guess now it's my turn, and I'm gonna show you guys why I lost my voice. Partly it was because of Player One. The other part was because of this bad boy. I mean, I stood in line on Monday in Best Buy, actually trying to get this sucker. I was there since like 5 a.m. and there was one other person ahead of me, but I ended up getting it, and I don't regret it because
Jeez, that's a long time, man.
I stood in line for 5 hours to get this. But since Nintendo has stated that they discontinued it, and I never got one, so
I'm telling you, man, I couldn't. I don't think this is worth it, unless you're gonna like fix it up, you know, do whatever you have to do to put more games on it. I don't know, man. I don't think it's worth it.
I agree.
Sell it on eBay, dude.
I agree with you in that respect, and to a certain extent, I am in agreement. This is overhyped, but
it is a collector's
to me,
item.
it's a nostalgia. I have it right next to my original NES, and with the box. And if you guys know, I won the original NES as a kid, so now I have this box next to the box with the NES. So for me, it's more nostalgia and memories. But again, I do understand what Player One is saying, because Nintendo really messed up, and really, if I can say, they screwed over their customers and their fans,
and
because of this, and they'll continue to do it. But I had to get it. I mean, I had the chance to get it, and that was my holy grail that week. I lost my voice for it, but it was worth it for me. And I've actually played it, and to be honest with you guys, if you guys don't have it, I feel for you. I'm with you on that. But don't feel too bad, because I've actually played it myself, and there are some issues with this system.
Yeah, the emulator itself isn't great. I was watching you play, and there's was it Ghosts and Goblins, the one that was like really lagging?
Well, some of the games that are on it, they do suffer from frame rate issues sometimes. It's very rare, but it does happen. And it happened in a couple games while we were playing it with Contra, and is it
that's what I was saying, Ghosts with Goblins.
Not Ghosts with Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, or I forgot.
Ghosts with Goblins.
I forgot the name. Let me see it right here. I mean, it's what is it? The Ghosts and Ghouls.
Ghosts and Ghouls.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh, it is Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah, you got it right.
Take that, Mr. Nostalgia. Okay, looks like your nostalgia wasn't very useful.
I guess so, but anyway, it was something I got, and I don't regret it, but it does burn a little bit because of Nintendo.
Alright, so here's my last pickup. I know that all fits in the frame. I picked up three strategy guides from Best Buy.
They're not posters?
No, they're not posters.
You're not collecting strategy guides? Are you sure?
I collect everything. Right? Alright, so I was collecting that, I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, so I picked them up for like $20 from
You got the boy band?
I got the boy band from Best Buy. Now I don't own Final Fantasy 15. I figured I'd pick it up because it was cheap. However, maybe some of you guys can answer this in the comments. I've heard that this is actually inaccurate now, because with the update or one of the patches they did, it rendered either several chapters missing or something happened with the game. So if you know anything about that, please let me know, because I'll return it and I just won't keep it.
I'm still playing this game in my computer.
I'm playing Witcher 1 on computer right now, because I don't want to play I don't want to play 3 without playing Witcher 1. So I'm actually like halfway through Witcher 1. And I didn't mention it in the Let's Plays, well, because I haven't played it in a while, but I'm playing through that.
Well, I don't want to criticize. I understand these strategy guides are nice. They bring in the maps and everything. This game does really not need a strategy guide.
I don't know, because it's weird to say that, because at the same time, even though it's kind of open and you can find everything, if you don't want to waste the time, like one stupid thing, right, is the memories. If they give you no hints really how to get to those memories without where the location is. So without some kind of strategy guide, or really the more practical answer is just to go online and find out, it's going to be a pain in the ass to find out. You're going to spend a lot of time playing. But even without wanting a strategy guide, I like I was saying, I like to have strategy guides. I think they're cool. They're kind of like little art things. However, I've also heard bad things about these. These two are not the typical strategy guide companies. In fact, this is like a new company that's come out and started doing these strategy guides, and they're kind of lower quality than maybe you're used to. If you're used to some of those Prima guides, or whatever that most strategy guides were back in the day.
You know, talking about that, even though I beat Horizon Zero Dawn, I've been trying to get the strategy guide for Horizon Zero Dawn, the collector's strategy guide, because it brings a map that is so huge and it's beautiful. If you guys have it, let me know if you guys like it. But yeah, Player One is correct. These are lesser quality. The letters on these are smaller than the Prima guides, and The Witcher, I actually have the strategy guide, but the strategy guide on this on The Witcher 3, man, there's so much to read. There is so much to read.
I can imagine. Witcher 3 is one, and this is I got this one because supposedly it includes everything. It's like all the DLC too. It's not just the main guide.
I mean, just look at it. It's thicker than Final Fantasy. I mean, you guys may not see it too much, but the actual thickness in pages, it like dwarfs this one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the whole book, even with the hardcover.
Yeah. So there you go. But do let me know in the comments if any of you have these guides and you have an opinion, especially on the Zelda and Final Fantasy, because I'm not sold on those just yet.
And I guess the last thing in the pickups is this little bad boy.
Nice.
I got this, as you guys were hearing, I do a lot of thrift shops and Goodwill and garage sales. This one I got in a garage sale. I got it for $50.
Not bad. Very good.
No, actually very good. It's a Wii U.
Have you tried it?
Yes, it does work.
Oh, cool.
And it did bring a game, but it's, you know, the little workout games or whatever.
Like we I forgot what they call it. It's not Wii Sports, but it's something else.
Yeah, and really it was garbage, but this alone for $50 is worth it because online they're going for much more than that. On eBay it's now
almost a regular price. If
yeah.
you get it used, it's like $250.
Yeah, it's now a collector's item, and it's a pity because I know that Nintendo recalled these and probably threw them out or destroyed them. Who knows what they did with them? Because I actually was in a Best Buy and in a Target during Black Friday, and they were stacked up high, and nobody was buying these. And when I went back like 5 hours later, they were all gone. They were all gone, and when I asked the employee, they're like, no, nobody's really bought them. We just put them in the back. And that's where they stayed, and that's where they disappeared. Nobody really bought the Wii U. But anyway, I got it for $50. The lady that was selling it, she was basically her kid had gone to college and didn't even play it, and she didn't have no use for it, so she sold it to me. I actually asked her if she had any other games, but she didn't. Somebody else had come before me and actually bought the games, but they had missed the Wii U. If they would have noticed for $50, I think they would have taken it.
Yeah, that's a great steal actually. I like it.
Yeah, so I guess that's what I got, and
all right, that's it, right?
I'm broke again, so you know.
So we'll see. We'll do another pickups as soon as we can. Probably maybe towards the end of the month. See what we get. What kind of cool stuff we pick up.
Yeah,
but until then, I guess thanks for watching. If you like the videos and what we're up to, let us know in the comments, and also make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, let us
tell your friends about us. It'd be cool if we could really have the channel grow some.
Yeah, we want to grow this channel and possibly get better quality stuff and show you guys. So let us know in the comments any suggestions. We do try to answer as many of you as possible. As you notice in the podcast, Player One has been answering a lot of people.
Yeah, I basically answer every comment on there.
So your opinions do matter, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. And keep on watching and subscribe. I mean, that's all we can ask.
All right, thanks. This is Player One,
and this is Player Two.
signing out.
Later.